Hi lovelies, this is Blossom, and today I want to do a video for Arwen Lynch's tarot deck. So she has 15 questions and I will answer them today. I will put the questions and the link to her video in my description box below. So question number 1, what is your current favorite deck? And if you have seen already one of my videos, this will not be a surprise. Sorry about that. It is the Tarot of the She. I love the images, and as I say, it was like the first tarot deck that really opened me up to a deeper understanding of tarot. And also a deck that where I was able to allow myself to work much more with intuition than just going by the book. I love the images. But I'm also completely in love with the Wildwood. Oh, whatever that was. With the Wildwood and the Thurian Tarot, and also Tarot of the Hidden Realm. So it's a bit difficult to answer this question. Then question number 2. What tarot card do you think stands for who you are now? I don't know. I'm always a bit, I don't know. I would go a bit with the Queen of Swords. But not, I cannot reduce it just by just taking this card. So I don't know, but I am a more airy person, more analytical, and sometimes a bit too much. But I'm actually coming out, so that will lead me to the next question. Question number 3. What tarot card do you think stands for who you want to be? And there I would say I would love to bring all those different elements and those different characteristics more into balance. So from everything a bit, and to also bring in a bit of the High Priestess. Haha. Maybe also the Empress. Everything in balance, I want to become a more balanced person. Then the next question is, draw a tarot card and tell us how it answers the question, what does the universe want you to know right now? Alrighty then. I have to work on my situation with tripod table. Can you see? The ancestor. Wow, that is also not the first time that I get that. This card is all about trusting your own inner ancestor more, and to really come more into that old wisdom. And as in the book described, we see those two birches standing there, and with the ancestor in between. It's that gateway that we go through. This card also talks about the spirit of nature and the subconscious human psyche. So I love that card. I don't go in too much into that with it because I love it. I just really love to get that card now. It just confirms so much for me right now. I love it. So, next question. Quick. Do you have any cards you must love in order to work with a tarot deck? Kind of, yeah. My birth card is the Hermit, and so that must be a pretty one, but mostly it is. I know with all the tarot decks that I have, it actually is. And then I'm also very picky when it comes to the Hierophant, because as soon that is a Pope, I don't like the tarot deck. But if that is the only card that I don't like and the rest of the tarot deck is great, I will get it anyway. And also, I'm a bit picky with the devil. I know I don't like when it's really a devil. I have much more pagan decks, and it's mostly, you know, Pan, Canonos, Nature, something in that area. Absolutely adore it in the Tarot of the Hidden Realm. 1 second. There we have it already. That is, here it is called Shadow Dance, and oh wow, that's just amazing. I'm absolutely in love with it. So that's that. But if it's only a problem with one card, then no, it's not that will ruin the whole deck for me. Question number 6. Why tarot and not some other divination system? Well, I still use other divination systems, Oracle, and also I started to work with OM, so I'm just in the making of my first OM staves, and yeah, I want to use that all together. It's not just tarot for me. I also think that runes are very interesting. I just never came really into it. Now with the OM, I see that it's different. I'm really looking forward to that. But it's not only tarot. I like to mix it up. Then, question number 7. What's the first book you can remember reading about tarot other than the Little White Book? My absolutely first book, hope you can see it, was a book by Hayo Bansaf. I don't have it anymore because just a few weeks ago I gave it to my sister who also wants to learn tarot. That was my first book, and yeah, for the rest I have to say I don't have many tarot books, just 2 others. The way I really learned tarot was with the Druid Craft. That was like the first book where I really learned more about tarot. So this is from 2008. I was always a bit different with reading those books. I'm not like crazy to read so much, because at some point it starts to get confusing, I think. That's for me, that's for my brain. And then the next question, number 8. What tarot person you would like to sit down with for a chat about tarot? A tarot person. Well, honestly, it's not like there is now like an author or somebody that I really would love to sit and chat about tarot, but everybody who is interested in tarot, even if they don't know much about it, also people who don't know nothing about tarot, honestly. I think that is interesting, how they see it. And yeah, and everybody who is into it, and everybody who writes blogs and who makes videos, I think that is the interesting thing. To all those different opinions and that diversity, that is what makes it different. I am not, sorry about the boring answer now, not to pick one great person, but the diversity makes it interesting, and not just one brain, but many brains. Then question number 9. Tell me about one YouTube channel that you watch and why. I don't watch so many channels, I have to say that, because I'm like a YouTube idiot. I don't know. I have like 4 channels that I watch regularly. This is Avalon, Elfin Tarot, Tarot Alchemist, and Embrace the Moon. There we go. It's just because I don't spend that much time in front of television, and YouTube is for me something that I watch on TV, not on my phone. Never did that. It doesn't, I don't know, I just don't like doing that. So this is for me TV time, and it's not like I watch everyday TV, so, but I watch those channels because I really love their energy. And they are all different, but there's always that warm and welcoming and loving energy. And that's why I watch their channels. And because you see, when they talk about cards, they give their very personal opinion on it, not just by book. And this is so important, to have really your personal opinion on it. But I'm still looking for new channels. So if you see this and you have a nice channel, please let me know. I can bring in a bit more videos into my daily life. Okay, next question. Question number 10. How many tarot decks do you have? I have 11 tarot decks. And I have 10 oracle decks. And I think that is super crazy already. But I guess that I'm like still a baby tarot collector or something. Well, as I mentioned already, I'm not a collector. So it's not that much already, but I think for myself now, and I counted them today the first time, and I was like, what? I have 21 decks, what? And I was thinking about getting a new one. I don't know that now anymore. Then the next question. Question number 11. Do you mix oracles and tarot when you read? Of course I do. Yes, I mentioned it already before. I do. I love that. With every tarot reading that I do, I also pull oracle cards after the main reading of tarot. Like I do then a spread. And then afterwards I pull 3-4 cards to know about the main energy and to see what else is there, what the person needs to know or what I need to know. And that works really great together, I think. When I think about it now, I nearly never do a tarot reading without pulling oracle cards as well. Alrighty, next question. Have you ever created your own tarot card or deck? No, I never did, because I'm not artistic, not really, and yeah, I don't think I would do a good job there. But I'm planning on creating my own Lenormand deck, because I think that's something I can still do. And if that's still too much for me, I just write down the word. No, but I think there are so many great artists out there, and there is so much talent out there. And yeah, I love that those people are doing it, so that I don't have to. Next question. Do you read for yourself? Yes, of course I do. I read more or less every day for myself. Sometimes really, really mundane questions. And just the reason for this is just to play with my cards. It's the only reason. Because some days you don't have really question, or you don't even want to know what you have to focus on. And then you do stuff like, what shall I eat today? Sometimes you get answers, Yeah, I really love reading for myself. Also the big questions, of course, whenever there's a problem, whenever preparing for a special event, or how to deal with a person that maybe is a bit more difficult, or all that stuff, my past life, my spiritual journey, everything. It's discovering yourself. It's it's self-development. It's you really go on a journey with your intuition, with your mind, with your heart, with everything. Yeah, it's all good stuff, you know. Yeah, I love reading for myself, and I think this is just my opinion, but I think this is the best way to learn. Then, next question, number 14. What are your favorite questions to be asked when you're doing a reading for someone else? I love questions, as I mentioned already with myself now, like past life reading. I love that. Spirit guides, love that. Spiritual and personal development. What else? Oh, I also love relationship readings, but not the kind of when will I meet the right guy? Not that kind of guy, but when there is, you know, a bit of some issue, a bumpy road in a relationship. What can we do best to come closer again, and to how can we grow stronger as a couple, you know, that stuff that I really love for relationship readings. Yeah, and as I say, everything to grow personally and spiritually. What does my soul want to learn, or what is my soul's purpose, or all that stuff that is just really great. And when I talk about the past life readings, I really love it to, you know, to create those stories, what you can imagine and everything, what could have been. I love that. So, and then the last question. What's the craziest thing that happened to you during a reading? I will answer that quickly because my battery is empty. The best thing is I was sitting there in my garden around the corner, and I did the first time an oracle reading for somebody else. And I was nervous about it because I was very insecure with oracles, because I was a bit lost, because there was no structure and everything was just intuitively like that. You know, I was very insecure and I didn't know really what will await me there when I do that reading. So I was very unsure, and I was sitting there and the sun was shining. It was beautiful weather, and I did this reading. And during this reading, suddenly 50 or 60 birds, swallows, turned up, and they were flying around just over my head all the time during the whole reading. And that was just so beautiful to see how, you know, I was really one with nature, with the natural environment around me. That was so beautiful. This is not something crazy, but it's something that always is in my mind, and I will always remember that with that first oracle reading where I was so unsure, and then then there was that sign of nature that was wow, lovely. So, and that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and maybe I will see you in one of my next videos. So bye bye.